You know what time it is. Y'all ready for this? Alright, welcome back to For the First Time podcast. My name is KJ. You know that. Again, if you see a line on my forehead, no you don't. I take my do-rag off just to start these videos. You're welcome, okay? I have the freshest, flattest, most juiciest, surfable waves every time I start a video. You're welcome, okay? And I just did a fresh dye. Whoo, and I just got a haircut. About to go to Target, Ulta, Sephora. Nah, I'm kidding, y'all. But, welcome back to another episode of For the First Time podcast. I'm going to shock a lot of people today. It's spooky season coming up, so I thought I would try out this one for the first time. And I'm going to watch it a million times after this. Today, we are talking Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. All right. I am once again 25 years old. This is my first time watching Harry Potter, and as a result, the subsequent Harry Potter movies, which we will probably do all 7, I'm not gonna lie. But of course, we gotta start from the beginning. Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone, wherever you were when this was released, that's what you refer to it as. So for me, this was a time last night. This movie was crazy, okay? I've of course seen this movie memeified across the internet my whole life, so now I'm really just finally getting to tap in on the memes, because I genuinely had no idea what was going on. But as a result, I also kind of knew the entire plot of the movie, because of all the movies, the first movie is probably the one that's memeified the most. And I'm going to get into that, of course. So let's just start from the top. Let's start from the beginning. Warner Bros. bought the Warner Brothers bought the rights to this film in 1999. Okay? So they said, we're the turn of the new century. We don't know what we want to do, but we know we want to what? Produce Harry Potter. Let's hear it. So this is referred to as the Sorcerer's Stone only in the US and India. Everywhere else, including the UK, it was the Philosopher's Stone. Now, if you want to go see the details on that, definitely check out the Harry Potter wiki. Of course, this is one of those franchises with a very deep entrenched wiki history page. Anything in between, whatever you want to call it. The Harry Potter fandom wiki goes stupid crazy, and honestly, that's where I got a lot of this information from. Usually I go through the IMDb, research articles, stuff like that, but I got a lot of the information that I'm about to go over from the wiki page. So everyone go thank the Harry Potter wiki. We love you. Also, I'm holding a tennis ball. I don't know if you could see that before, but I'm playing with a tennis ball, because, yeah. I'm going to put that down, actually. But I do love that tennis ball. I actually got a pack of tennis. This is so random. Zoomies. I had a pack of tennis balls recently, and I just haven't been... they're my new favorite fidget, and it's literally just a ball. I think it's the texture of the ball that really engages me a lot. The ADHD just be eating me up bad. So, speaking of jumping in, they bought the rights to the film in 1999. Let me stop saying 2000. Warner Brothers Pictures bought the rights to Harry Potter in 1999. This film was released in 2001. Okay? Now, what I would have paid to be alive and maybe 8 years old in 2001, an unlimited amount of money. We just had a generation conversation with the last movie. I am all for the kids appropriating previous generations and previous lives. Like, I'm so for the 2000s being a trend, the 2010s being a trend, mainly because I was born in 1998, so I didn't get the 2000s as like an 8-year-old. I got it as like a 2-year-old, like, type shit. So I would have paid so much money to be conscious during that time. But I'm like so grateful to be alive when I'm alive. So I'm not so, I still get to claim being a 90s kid, but like not really. I'm really a 2000s kid, but not even that. I'm really a 2010s kid. So I'm salty. So yeah, what I would have paid to be alive in 2001, seeing Harry Potter in theaters, an unlimited amount of money. The next lottery win, type shit. So summary wise, we have an orphan boy enrolls in a wizard. Whoa. An orphan boy enrolls in a school of wizardry where he learns the truth about himself, his family, and the terrible evil that haunts the magical world. Da, da, da. That eats. I mean, the summary eats. I will say from the very beginning, of the plot, I didn't know how much the plot was actually, or how much of it was actually in his uncle's house. Like, they always said, oh, the boy who lived under the stairs. But I thought, like, he only spent, like, 4 minutes under the stairs. No, he spent, like, 20 minutes under the stairs in their uncle's house and, like, 50 minutes in Hogwarts. I thought we were going to spend, like, an hour in Hogwarts and, like, 10 minutes under the house. But the whole letter sequence, etc., that was just a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I guess because it doesn't play that big a role. But, yeah, I just was like, why are we still here? Why are we still at the house? I get it. They don't want him to get the letter. They don't want him to go to school. His uncle and his aunt knew and he didn't. They cheated him out of a life. Not really, because he starts at 11, okay? But it's just such a long sequence, and yeah, I don't know. That just kind of threw me off a little bit. But let's get into some more details so we'll dive in later. So directed by Chris Columbus. The name Columbus just doesn't sit perfectly ever with me. So I'm sorry to this man, but anyway. He has 46 producer credits, 24 director credits, and as far as directing goes, powerhouse. 2000s, 1990s powerhouse. Home Alone 2, Mrs. Doubtfire, Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets, Rent from 2005, I Love You, Beth Cooper, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Okay, so while y'all was all obsessed with Harry Potter, I was on the Percy Jackson train. I actually cannot wait for this new rendition of Percy Jackson from Disney because that's where I thrived, okay? I want to admit, in middle school, I hated reading. Hated it bad, okay? I remember in 4th grade, I read, like, all the Andrew Clements books, and that was it. And then I just stopped reading until, like, high school. For pleasure. Okay, I passed my literature class, my lit classes, my English classes, my ELA class, whatever. But for pleasure, on my own, outside of class, whatever, I did not read for fun. That sounded so boring to me, especially when I saw how big the Harry Potter books were. You couldn't pay me to read those, bro. But when I saw that Percy Jackson book, and I flipped to page 2, and I said, yeah, this is going to be my new personality. I'm going to locked in right here. So, yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. But yeah, so I'm glad to be watching this man's Harry Potter debut, Chris Columbus. Writers, we have J.K. Rowling, redacted, J.K. Rowling. Steve Close, who is also, he did all the Harry Potters. He did the movie screenplay of all the Harry Potters, including the Harry Potter Lego movies and Lego video games. Okay, when he said he was locked in, twin. He was ready to run it to the ground. Okay, he has his checks. That man is rich. Okay, I don't even know his net worth, but I can tell you that man is rich. Okay, so second to that, he also did Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. He kind of ate. He did those two things. Harry Potter and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, which is my favorite Spider-Man. I don't care. It's my favorite Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland. I'm okay with the originals. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. That's the best one. I don't care. That's my favorite. Anyway, platform. I watched this on Max, HBO Max. We're returning to our HBO Max deep dive here, which we'll take another short break from when we do Glee in the next episode. But we'll be coming back to the HBO Max cinematic universe in a little bit with this one and all 7 movies. We have IMDb rating of 7.6, which is kind of high. Compared to others that we've seen, it's kind of high. We usually don't get above 6, so 7's kind of stupid loco. It actually made me curious about like what a 10 out of 10 on IMDb looks like, because like I said, like a lot of the other movies have stopped at 5, right? So like I'm looking at a list of quote unquote perfect 10 out of 10 IMDb movies, and the movies on this list aren't even perfect 10s. They're just higher than 7, right? So the list I'm looking at, we have The Big Lebowski, Pulp Fiction, American Beauty, Godfather, Whiplash, which I was surprised by, but that's a great movie. The Green Mile, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Babylon, Shawshank Redemption, go watch that. Godfather Part 2. Yeah, just all the movies and stuff you expect. Fight Club, you know. But again, none of them are 10s. So like, hold on, let me go back up to the top. The Big Lebowski's an 8.1, Pulp Fiction's an 8.9, American Beauty's an 8.3, Godfather's a 9.2, Whiplash is an 8.5, Green Mile's an 8.6, The Good and Bad and the Ugly is an 8.8, Shawshank's a 9.3, Godfather Part 2 is a 9. Like, I don't think the number 10 exists to IMDb. I don't think it's a real number, you know, type shit. So, yeah. Just be warned, like, this is high in relation to other IMDb films. Tomato meter, we also have some high numbers. 90. High-ish. Okay, we got an 81 tomato meter, 82 audience score. Critics' consensus, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone adapts its source material faithfully while condescending. Hello? Critics' consensus, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone adapts its source material faithfully while condensing the novel's overstuffed narrative into an evolving and often downright exciting big screen magical caper. Somebody go Google that. Anyway, yeah, I didn't read the books, so I'm gonna wear that on my chest. Didn't read the books. Bold face. Okay, maybe I'll go read them, but again, Guys, I don't love reading. I will sit down and chew through a book if it eats. But it has to eat within the first 25 pages. Otherwise, what do you want me to do? I can't TikTok and read at the same time like I can with the movie. So I can like watch more bad movies than I can read bad books. But I guess Harry Potter is going to be a good book because I like the movies, whatever. But I might always be on the side of have watched the movies and never read the books. Sue me. Okay? Positive critics reviews. Kevin Mayer says an exceptional big screen half-term treat. So half-term is for those who aren't from the UK. Okay, half-term is in the UK is a short vacation in the middle of each of the half-term in the UK is a short vacation in the middle of each of the 3 terms, each of the 3 periods into which the school year is divided. Okay, so UK's on trimesters. Okay, half-term is a vacation in the middle of your trimester. So it's like this movie popped right in the middle. So I got a lot of kids because it was during a vacation period. It's like they released it on winter break for American kids. Then all the kids could go see all the Home Alone movies. They released on winter break so they could get all the kids to the theatre with the parents. Give them something to do because they're tearing up the house. Okay? So yeah, half-term treat. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you, Kevin. Jamie Bernard says, Harry Potter's first venture onto the big screen is a solid blockbuster. Just like that. Just like that. Todd McCarthy says, a near-perfect commercial and cultural commodity. Just like that. Now, negative reviews, of course, we all know. This is a cult favorite. So, the negative reviews come with a grain of salt. I don't know. I'm gonna argue them. All I can say, because I liked it. I liked the movie bad, so I'm gonna argue these. I'm gonna be clear and honest. Peter Rainer's hating says the filmmakers want to show us a magical world that is at the same time wholly believable. They want to create matter-of-fact miracles, but what they end up with is mostly just plain matter-of-fact. Talk about somebody who sucks all the fun out of fantasy. Guy. It's a movie about wizards. They want us to believe it's real. We lean into the fantasy. We create the imagination in our minds. We think about it. We live in it. We ruminate. It doesn't have to be every detail doesn't have to make sense, to be logical. That's the whole point. It's a fantasy book. It's fake. It's fake. What do you want me to say? It's fake. Like, wholly believable? No, I don't think a movie about wizards is wholly believable. But, like, it's made up. It's so made up, okay? And the only reason people think, like, the way to create a believable scenario is delusion, okay? Everyone who read these books and wanted a magical letter to show up at their door when they were 11, delusion, okay? And you know who has the best delusion skills of all? Children. School-aged children. Delusional school-aged children. Because imagination and delusion, look how close, circles, they're basically one circle, okay? B-so-F-F-R. Okay. Enough with him. Rita Kempley says, you can't expect perfection from muggles. No, I just thought this one was funny. I thought this one was really funny. Because you're right. I mean, it's like, it's not perfect. It's got the 2001 graphics and all that stuff. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. Obviously, as the movies go on, they get better digitally, visually, all that stuff, because technology advances, all that stuff. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. If you ask me, it's pretty good. David Edelstein says, as a movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone has no inner life, no pulse of its own. It's secondhand. It's a book it's a book adaptation. I want to say most book adaptations are hard. Really, really hard. And I didn't read the book. So I can't tell you if it's as good as the book. Now, I'm sure Mr. David read the book. And he's probably critical of it because he read the book. And I love that for him. As someone who didn't read the book and who just got the movie, it's a good movie without having read the book. Now, a movie I'm going to talk about soon, Beautiful Disaster, is a bad movie compared to the book. It's a bad movie. I haven't even read the book. It's a bad movie. I can tell you that. It reads like a Wattpad story, and I was just informed that it's a real book. Well, I'll leave that whole argument for over there. But I think it's pretty okay. They said there's a lot of details that get left out, that don't get woven into the first movie, that then create a butterfly effect through the rest of the movies. I'm gonna say, from the movie standpoint only, I didn't notice. The only thing I have to argue is, like, later in the series. So, like, I'll get to that point of, like, some characters they introduce, and I'm like, so why do you come? Who are you? And they just do a bad job of, like, folding them into the story in the movie. But I'm sure in the book they do better of, like, oh, you see them. Or, like, how do I describe this? Like, in the book, when you're reading it, right, they might mention a character's name, like Luna Lovegood answers a question in class in the first book, and then she becomes a highlight character in the last books. In the last books. But, like, here, I don't remember visually seeing her character on screen, which she might have been there, but I don't remember seeing her. So I couldn't tell you, versus Neville. Neville's a really good character in the beginning. They do a really good job of crescendoing him to the end of the series, so it's plus and minuses, so I agree. I mean, it's its own body, it's got its own heartbeat, it's separate, it's on the side. I have a last non-top critic from Todd Ramlow, who says, moves along rather hercules-jerkily. Bouncing from one special event to the other, from one character, one scene to another, with seemingly little connection between them. Again, yeah, continuing the string I just said. I guess I probably wanted to tie that in there, but continuing the string I just said, like, yeah, sometimes it's just like, it is just one big event to the next, because it's a movie, right? They only have 2 hours. Come on. This is a kid's movie. They only have so much. I mean, back in the 2000s, they had they had much more time to, like, fully develop what was going on, because the attention spans were 10 minutes, chef's kiss long. Now, they could not run the same smoke. So, I will say, like, from not reading the book, it's like, bam, 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 bam. Harry. Well, actually, the beginning, again, the whole letter sequence feels kind of long. Like, they could have kind of cut that down and put a little bit more in between scenes, between everything else. Because I was like, and then Harry does this, and then put a bam, boop, bop, bop, ah. That's what, that, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Characters. I, again, linked the Harry Potter wiki here because stupid, crazy wiki. But yeah, I'm going to go through the whole sequence we have here because it was easier than just typing it all out. We have Daniel Radcliffe. We know him. We love him. Big D. Big D. He's been in a lot of stuff since then. But of course, he's known for Harry Potter. Now, what I don't have is what all these other actors are in separate. But, like, these are big names. So, like, run with me. Daniel, because I usually have that, right? I usually have here, like, what they also played in. If you don't really recognize them, whatever. But come on, be so for real. It's Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. Also, pause. They wanted all UK kids. So I think they got mostly, if not all, UK kids. My mic disconnected for some reason. So what the heck? But we're back. I read the cast list in the meantime, so I guess I'm going to do that again. But I'm going to start with When I Catch You, Harry Potter Wiki. When I Catch You, Harry Potter Wiki. When I Catch You, Harry Potter Wiki. Because on this cast list, there is no Draco Malfoy. Y'all not going to do my boy Tom Felton like that, okay? I love Tom Felton. I love Draco. I think he did his role. I think he acted his act, okay? Everyone else, I'm going to go over again because my microphone decided to wet the bed, okay? I usually have the adjacent what these people played in, but this is Harry Potter. It's been out long enough. You can go figure it out. Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. Rupert Grint as Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, Rupert Grint as Ron Weasley, Emma Watson as Hermione Granger, John Cleese as Nearly Headless Nick, Robbie Coltrane as Rubeus Hagrid, Richard Harris as Albus Dumbledore, Ian Hart as Quirinius Quirrell, John Hurt as Mr. Ollivander, Alan Rickman as Severus Snape. Okay? Lock in. Oh, and Maggie Smith as Minerva McGonagall. Guys, forgive me. I'm not a super fan. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. Hey, don't put that. But anyway. When I Catch You, Harry Potter Wiki. When I Catch You, Harry Potter Wiki. Wiki. When I Catch You, Wiki. That's all the characters. For themes, again, there's not a lot of like dive super deep into this movie. I just talk about my personal beliefs. That's what y'all came here for. Every time I tell you, you come for my personal beliefs, and I leave you with them. But yeah, themes. Of course, we have family and friendship and loyalty and courage and good versus evil. I think the most local part about this is I was not expecting them to introduce Voldemort so early. I didn't know who Harry Potter was. I didn't know he was that. So I would say that's something that if you never watch the movies ever, I don't think you're ever understanding or like you ever see the reason that Harry Potter and Voldemort are tied soul-wise or whatever. And like all the like lore and I didn't know that man from the beginning. I guess I had seen the information of the boy who lived, but I didn't know that meant that Voldemort tried to kill him and he lived. You know? Am I wrong for not knowing that? Also, I agree with the critics that the thunderbolt thing on his forehead could have been designed better. That ugly crap they threw on his forehead was crazy. They could have did a little bit better job there. I agree with the critics. But yeah, I got some quotes. I got the quote, okay? I don't have some quotes. I have the quote, okay? Action. No, Ron, no. What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself. No, Ron, you can't. There must be another way. Do you want to stop Snape from getting that stone or not? Harry, it's you that has to go on. I know it. Not me. Not Hermione. You. Night H3. check. Insane. That when that was a trend on TikTok, it was so funny. Just people reenacting, not you, not me, not Hermione, you. No, Ron, no, you can't. A gem. Again, memification. I've seen it 6 times over. That's probably my favorite meme from this movie. I feel like every movie I just want to point out my favorite meme. And from the first one, obviously I cannot choose a single other moment in this movie. I have to choose that one because it's so culturally relevant. Oh my god. It had me cackling when I was watching it because I was like, this is it. I was like, this is it. This is the scene. Not you. Not me. Not Hermione. You. I'm out of breath just like repeating it. No, again, like I think this is so culturally relevant. I like want to show it to my kids. I think it's just a really good story of like, again, friendship, the truth about friendship, and like the connection between outcasts and like even in the fantasy world, like all we desire is human connection. Like even in fantasy, the most popular kid or like the most well-known person can still be a social reject for a lot of reasons. Harry Potter reminds me of Jesus in this movie, right? Jesus hung out with the people that other people didn't see value in. He himself was infamous and famous in many ways. He was infamous and famous, period. I don't want to say in many ways, period. Because people were like, no way you're the son of God. No way you're the boy that lived. Like, say it then. Like, do it then. Like, he got on the varsity Quidditch team as a first year. Like, he was constantly proving why he was that guy. Like, Spy Kids. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch that. Spy Kids. I'm the guy. Talk about cultural reset. Okay, what Harry Potter was to millennials, Spy Kids was to me. I loved those movies. I had all of them on DVD. I would pull the little 3D glasses out of the box. I'd put them on my eyes. I would dream Spy Kids dreams. Because they were so cool. I wanted to be a Spy Kid so bad. Maybe that's what I should be for Halloween. I've already determined for Halloween I'm going to be Draco. I'm going to dye my head. It's already this ginger. I'm going to go beach blonde. I'm going to go blonde. Commit to the bit completely. Go blonde. Get the full get up. And I don't care if I'm just wearing it around the house. I'm putting that costume on. And I'm living my magical fantasy. And I'm watching all the movies back to back. Okay? So, yeah. Okay. Everybody be ready. And I've never gone blonde. Ever. Like, this is the lightest my hair has ever been. And sometimes even I think this is way too bright. So, full blonde, it's going to be a moment. It's going to be a cultural reset. For sure. But, yeah. Questions I need answers. I have no questions. I guess, like, my sounding board, I always ask a question to the audience. My sounding board, where were you when you saw the first Harry Potter? Because I was 25 years old, curled up in this bed, with nothing else to do, in the middle of summer. Right? I didn't even watch this in anticipation for Halloween. I watched this in the middle of August, because I didn't have nothing else to do. I was like, might as well actually pull the plug on the franchise I'd never touched. And I posted, and I'm gonna put it here. Posted on my close friends. I was like, please let the millennials be wrong. Please. I don't want to be a Harry Potter addict like the rest of them. No, I'm not an addict. I wouldn't call myself that. I haven't gone and taken the little quizzes online and so like I haven't bought any Harry Potter merch. But I do stop and stare. Especially right now during Halloween. I do stop and stare in the store and I think about pulling the trigger every time. But I haven't yet. But I think about it a lot. I'm close. I'm on the edge. But I think because it's not, like, ingrained in my identity, like, I haven't chosen it yet. But I do think I'd be a Slytherin. I should go take some tests. I do think I'd be a Slytherin. I think I'd act a fool. And that's why I'm going to be Draco for Halloween. Yeah, guys, that's all I got. Second date never. I'm going to be honest with you, boys. Every second date never for these movies is going to be yes. Because I just told you, I binge watched it. I saw the first one, I said, now I got to go watch the other ones. Now I gotta make this my whole personality. Like, I dove in head first. I tore into these movies like it was my job, guys. I got so into it, bro. I don't know. It's sugary. It's addictive. It's thick. They put some kind of juice in these movies. Okay? And I drank it. I drank the poison. But, I don't think I'm millennial attached to Harry Potter. I think I'm, like, Gen Z attached to Harry Potter, which is, like, I was there. But I wasn't there. Like, you know that meme on Twitter? Y'all just wasn't there. Y'all just wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there when it was happening. I wasn't there when it was happening, but I'm here. I'm here now. We're taking attendance. I'm here. Count me in. I'm in. I'm here. Fine. I'm not a Harry Potter adult, but I would love to go to Universal again. And actually, I've never been a Harry Potter hater, okay? I can take pride in saying that. I've never been a Harry Potter hater, but I've just never been invested. I do remember TBT, story time, when I had consciousness, so I had to been like 5 or 6, and my mom's family friend who was babysitting me, we were driving somewhere where we were on a long trip, because I remember being in my car seat, and then I remember somebody being sat to the right of me, and then, you know, if he was rich, they had the screens in the TV screens, and they put on Harry Potter, and they asked me, a 6 or 7-year-old, had I ever seen it. I want to say it was the first one too. I said no. Well, yeah, if this was 2001, I was 2 in 2001, and then 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's say it was 3 years later, because you got the DVDs, it's in the car, it's something you throw on a road trip. Let's say it's 3 or 4 years later. I was 6, 5 or 6. They put that movie on. I saw the title sequence and the end credits. That movie knocked me out faster than you could say, shoo, like that. I was gone. Okay? And that was the first time I actually saw Harry Potter. But now I'm like conscious, like, you know, in my sentient, fully developed frontal lobe. And this is my fully developed frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex. And now I'm like, all right, I get it. But at 6 years old, how were they trying to convince a 6-year-old to like Harry Potter? I guess I just wasn't a child prodigy like that. Some children are really tapped into their mental. Again, I hated reading, so clearly I was not going to be. Clearly I was a child prodigy of no sort, of no kind. But yeah, this movie kind of ate. I'm not going to lie. I loved it. Really great introduction. Again, in my opinion, did a really good job of setting the stage, because I hadn't read the books. It wasn't my favorite. That one scene is probably my favorite scene in the whole thing, but it wasn't my favorite movie. I'm going to watch them all a second time and then pick a favorite movie from there, and then I'll probably, maybe I won't do all 7 because that's a little exhaustive. It's been on the internet forever. It's not going to get that much play. But every time I tell someone I watch Harry Potter for the first time, they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I'm 25. I watch Harry Potter for the first time. It's a little surprising. So maybe I'll just do my favorite movie next. Low-key, it might be the Prince of Alcabaz. See, I'm not even a fan like that, because I don't even know the titles of the movies like that. But y'all know which one I'm talking about. I think it's the 3rd or the 4th one. That's kind of my favorite. The last 2, You know what else I should watch? Twilight. That was another movie I watched later in life. I didn't watch Twilight till I was like 20 something. Because I was in undergrad. I think I watched it when I was like 19 or 20. I just didn't care. I didn't care. I'm not a bandwagoner. I don't care. Okay? There's so many TV shows that, like, I have to tell myself, like, I almost want to force myself to watch them just to be in the know. But then I have to remind myself, like, you don't have to care. You don't have to care about everything that people care about. Just because it's, like, a thing doesn't mean you have to be invested in it. Like, I don't hate, but I'm, like, I hate the feeling of like, wanting to fit in. Like, I want to, like, get rid of FOMO, especially media FOMO, because it's, like, you feel like you're just outside of a main conversation, but I'm, like, I don't care. Like, Euphoria, I don't care. I didn't watch it till season 2. When I did watch it and I did like it, I was invested. Like, Suits is a thing right now. Don't care. Never watched Scandal. Never watched How to Get Away with Murder. Never watched Insecure in its entirety. Although I did start it. I have started it, again, recently started it. Might finish the first season, let y'all know. But when it was on, I was like, I don't care. I've never been the type to jump on a bandwagon when it's wagoning. I'm on the, what's that one song? You can't ride in my little red wagon, 'cause the front seat's broken and the axle's dragging. That's when I hop in the wagon. When the front seat's broken and the axle's dragging. You'll never catch me on a bandwagon when it's moving in full speed, brand new, off the lot. You're gonna catch me when it's chugga, 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 chugga. All my camp kids, reach out. But yeah, Harry Potter, great, loved it, action-packed. Chewed it up like I was 11. Waiting for my Harry Potter letter in the mail, actually. Checking the mail, actually. Just turned 25. That's the new 11. Send me my letter, okay? Which is crazy because 11 was, like, my favorite year of life. Like, 25 is going pretty loco crazy. I might give it a 24, 25, but also 11. 11's, like, number 1. 25, 22, 13. Yeah. Thanks, guys. That's another one. Again, sound off in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Where were you when you first watched Harry Potter? Let me know. Tell me I'm not the only one that just saw it at 25. Please. All right, guys. Next episode, Glee Season 1. Check in.